Hola, Paco, ¿qué es tu ser, por favor? I was watching Ren and Stimpy, man. What's up, everybody? We are the nerds, and we are here for something. I'm Rod.
I'm Kay.
And we do some cool-ass nerd stuff, and we're into cool-ass nerd stuff. So we went last weekend to 20 Sided Tavern here in Sydney town at the Opera House, and it was a great show. Let me preface by saying Scott's not here this evening. He's crook as a dog. So he's looking after himself because he's going, hopefully will be better so we can go to Knotfest this week. We miss you. We miss you. We love you and we miss you. But yeah, we went to 20 Sided Tavern on Friday night. And I was expecting a D&D type show. We went and saw... I went with Kelly a while ago and we saw a Game of Thrones style show, but it wasn't a Game of Thrones show. It was a show about friends sitting down to watch the finale of Game of Thrones or whatever it was, right? And all the things that were happening around and how their lives intertwined with the show and all. It was like a little bit of a play. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I thought this was going to be similar. No, it was not. This was awesome. No, that show was awesome. Don't get me wrong. That show was awesome.
It's
but
a different type of show.
It's a different type of thing altogether. This is like a live Dungeons and Dragons show, like interactive as well. So on the back of the chairs, there was little QR codes, so you could scan. On the way in, everybody could pick a sticker. There was 3 different types. There was a green one, a blue one, and a red one. Red one was for warrior. Blue one was for your sorcerer, magic. And the green one was for like your trickster. Now, Kay and I both got blue ones.
Yeah.
So we were like sorcerers. Scott grabbed a red one because he's more perceptive than both of us and realized what they were for. I was just walking in going, man, like...
It's so random.
We went to the proper entry door, but then we got told that we had to go around the front and come back way through. So that was a full story. So I was still going on with that. So that cost us like 8-9 minutes. Anyway, but yeah. So I actually grabbed 2 stickers. So I've got one at home. So Scott's got his in his wallet. I think he's got it there as well. Yeah, so I'll put up some pictures like over there. Oh, you've got yours there. Yeah, sweet. Hold it up so the camera. Put it close so the camera can see.
I don't know if you can see it.
You've got to put your hand behind. I've seen everybody online. They do that and they put their hand behind it so you can see it. Anyway, I have a close up, so I'll put a close up in. I did get told from Scott, because he proof checks the videos after I post them, that. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's funny. It's hilarious. So I'll post this thing once it comes up and on public. He'll check it and he'll be like, "Dude, you said you were going to put images up and you didn't put images up." I'm like, okay. He's like, just edit it. Just watch the whole thing and put the timings in. So I was like, all right, sweet. I'll do that anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, I am going to do that on this video, so it'll be sweet. But yeah, so. We all got our different ones, and then the story takes place. So the warrior comes in, you get a choice of 3 different characters, and the audience gets to vote. So when you scan the QR code, it goes into it's called like a Gametronic or something like that, and it links you in. So when they put something up on the screen that you have to vote on, like the audience gets to choose and vote, then obviously you can pick it ABC or yes or no or left and right. And it's for your class. So if you went in and chose at the start of the thing, you could choose warrior, sorcerer, or trickster. So if you choose the warrior, then you would be able to choose which of the 3 characters you would be. Same for the sorcerer and for the trickster. So you get a choice of 3 characters, and then the audience votes on which one it will be based on the names, or the generic names of the characters, which...
No, wait. It was because we had to choose the names as well, remember?
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, like, we got a choice. They said, like...
Oh, the type.
Yeah, the type. So the warrior was, like, random guy in a trench coat.
It was 2 people in a trench coat, wasn't it?
I just said random guys, I think. Random guys or random guy in a trench coat.
It was two guys.
Because it ended up being... John Paul, who was two halflings in a full-size man coat. And that's what was picked for the Warriors on our night. And I'll give it, he did a really good job of acting like there was two people in the trench coat. I actually thought, like, because the players are up on stage and they get in there. And I thought that was really good. And then they do their roles for, like, their initiatives and all that kind of stuff after we pick the characters. Then they start the story and the characters introduce themselves and then they go off. So then...
To set the scene. And then it starts, the DM, and he has a lore master next to him, which is really cool because that helps move the show along, because the DM or the GM is part of the show as well and plays a lot of the NPCs. So they can't do that and watch all the roles and interact the audience. So it's cool that they've got the tavern keeper or the lore keeper, that's what they call them. So it was really interesting and it was really fun and we had a lot of fun. It took some weird twists and turns during the game. So random.
And like
so random.
You could tell how funny or how dirty the crowd was based on the choices we had for some of the things. But yeah, all in all, it was a fun experience. I had a lot of fun. And like and I just thought, like, that's what D&D should be. So if you are thinking about getting into like Dungeons and Dragons, like this is like it's like a Dungeons and Dragons show with with interactive audience thing.
It's like an intro, like it gives you the inside.
You don't need to know what you're doing. They show you what they're doing as they're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right.
And the lore keeper brings up all your stats. So you're like, okay, you have this plus. But +2 or disadvantage.
Yeah, I think that's maybe that's what should be required in every game, because people like me cannot calculate on the go. So.
We need someone to calculate. There needs to be a tavern keeper in every game.
So they know what dices you need to roll.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Scott and like we were talking about after, like Scott used to play Cyberpunk, and he's been in a recent D&D campaign, and I think we're going to try and get our characters that we created last week or the week before and do like a little one shot, like a little easy campaign or something like that. So
easy road, isn't it?
Yeah, easy road or whatever it's called. So we're going to try to do that. However, this was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun for the evening. So I 20 Sided Tavern. Go and see it if you get a chance.
The other thing is, like, the FYI is with the show, they roll based on the previous show.
Oh yeah, so some of the things are based on yeah, you're right. Some of the things are based on the previous show. So there was like some, and that's towards the end of the show sort of thing when they have the chaos chart, and some of those things are rolled. So basically, in the show that was before us, was it the early show, the matinee, or no, last night? It was the night before.
The night before.
The night before show, the GM, they rolled, and he rolled whatever number it was, and the audience got to pick his name for the next show, which ended up being Picklebury something or other, which was actually hilarious because he introduced himself from blah 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 blah, and then the tavern keeper goes, "That's not your name," and he's like, "Oh, okay."
It never happened.
It never happened. Yes, it did. It was cool. So we rolled a couple of funny things that were going to happen the next show, and hopefully that show went awry just like ours did. In all the fun ways, you know what I mean? So yeah, so let us know what you think in the comments. Are you down for D&D? Do you want to know more about 20 Sided Tavern, or do you go and see it? We will put a link. I'll work out how to do links. I'll put a link for the show in the description as well. Like, if you want to go and check it out, go check it out. Like, we haven't been paid by anybody or anything like that.
They also have a Discord channel as well, I think. They have Discord.
They got everything.
Yeah.
Everything. So I'll put the links below, and there'll be photos. While we're talking, I will have photos from the evening
because I took photos. They encourage taking photos and videos as well, which is good. Because I mean, you got to have your phone in your hand, so you may as well.
True.
So you know what I mean. So I took some photos and that. So we'll put them up so you can have a look and see. But we had a lot of fun, and you know, we're nerds for D&D, so we're nerds for everything. But remember, kids, we're all nerds for something. We'll see you later.